I'm gonna put a hat on today. Y'all can't see the bald until I get a cut. I had an idea plan for today. As y'all clearly see, I'm thinking about building on this brand of I'm gonna be an influencer and then write something. I'm gonna let y'all know it does feel a little constricting, even though it is gonna be on the title of this video. But I was wrong. I was wrong. Thinking about the idea that I am gonna do. Stay tuned for that. I was really reflecting back and realized that it would have just went back to how I was feeling before my first video, where it's like I'm trying to script things and do stuff like that, which will happen. But I'm not gonna hold you. I'm tired. I'm tired today, so I just want to turn the camera on and realize that I need to tune into the fact that my content, more importantly, my life, is more based on what I do rather than what I show. And I think that's where the distinction happened with this whole process of content creation, is that content creation is about, look what I did, look how beautiful it is, don't you love it? And I've never been like that. I don't enjoy it at all. Yeah, man, I was a little bit more showboaty in my younger years, but I've always liked to consider myself a pretty humble guy. Maybe outside of high school when I was getting money, where I was up, but that's a whole different thing. But for the most part, and for my professional career, I just handle my business. Like, that's just what I do. And the reason I'm exhausted is because I went to work today and I fucking handled my business. I had a big project I had to do. We got some students coming in and I had to go and I was on Excel all day and I did my job. But even with that, I was gonna come home, cook something up for y'all, and then sprinkle it out there and leave it at that. And then my purpose hit. I opened my email at home, which you should not do, but I can't help it. And I woke up to this fact that my job is important. My passion is important. I got this young man who is trying to get into our school and he's trying to get into our program. I spoke to him some time back, and our school, it's busy times, there's a lot going on, and he kind of fell to the bottom of the stack. And he needs his decision. This is a big decision to go to college. This is life-changing for him. And I was angry today. I was tight. I was like, yo, somebody needs to help this young man. Somebody. And, thank God for my supervisor. She held it down. Let me tell you how it went first. I called him when I was leaving work right now. And I was like, yo, you gotta handle some stuff. And by the time I get in tomorrow, your shit better be in. Everything that you gotta do, it better be in. He didn't answer, so I left it on a voicemail. I didn't care. I need him to hear it. Like, yo, you need to hear how serious I am about this. And I was eating right before this video, and he messaged me, and he was like, I'm gonna do what I can. And then he was like, Keith, thank you for everything. And even if that's the last exchange between him and I, because this isn't the first time this has happened, I've had students that were gonna come and then life hits. I'm almost at tears because this is what we do this for. This is why I got on this path. I was that kid in the Bronx. I was thinking about that shit the other day. I was like, yo, bro, I don't think people understand how impactful it would have been for me as a young kid back in the Bronx to talk to me as a professional adult now. Somebody that just gets on the phone is like, yo, there's nothing for you in New York City. Get your ass on a bus and let's get moving. Bro, if I would have heard somebody tell me that, I would have been like this. But that's just not the way the world works. It's we pay it forward. And yes, that would have been great for me. And I did have people back when I was in high school that were really pushing for me to leave. I'm not going to discredit them. And they're the reason that I could do this today. They're the reason why I've been a counselor for almost a decade. why there's thousands of people that know me and people who believe in me and people who trust me. And I don't say that. I want to tell y'all something. I do my little podcast recording. It'll come out soon, but I want to tell y'all, like, I say that not to flaunt. I say that as a blessing. The fact that literally hundreds, thousands of people trust and believe in me. That is a blessing. And maybe this is something that parents can relate to. Loving your kid is one thing. The experience of being loved and know that you are loved is a completely different feeling. It's a completely different feeling. And even with that, I'll tell ya, that's not the reason why I'm doing this. I was wrong. Because I think that I was chasing that feeling through social media. And that was important to me for a stint in my, young mid-20s. And now it's not. My goal is the mission. This is my mission. This is my calling in life. For somebody that's listening to this to be like, yo, this bald unk, you're not seeing it today though. This bald unk cares and he wants me to do better. And I'm gonna tell you I do, even if I don't know you. And I don't know you. And that's okay. That's okay. Because the only person that needs to be successful in your life is you. The person that needs to be happy is you. And if you're happy, I'm happy. We're good. And it's because of this message, it's because I've been coming to this realization that I was able to sit here after a long day of work and turn this camera on. And yeah, it's my passion. I told y'all last episode, I'm doing this for me as far as my advancement in my family and my future generations. I need to handle that. That's my responsibility just as much as your family and your future is your responsibility. I'm doing it for that. But when I got this email, man, I'm like, nah, this is what I do it for. I do it for the world too. I told y'all, I'm doing this for me and for you. And I realized that earlier when I started this influencer journey, I was just doing it for me. Man. I'm happy, man, and I'm grateful, and we're gonna keep doing this. I could keep yapping. I'm not gonna hold y'all, but just getting emotional and nah, man, life is beautiful. Life is so beautiful. I know a lot of us feel like it's not, and I know I'm speaking from a place of privilege. Sure, because some people are like, oh, my life sucks. Yeah, but you also see it, that your life sucks. That's where you're wrong, because your perspective sucks. It's not your life. It's your perspective. You're sitting in front of a fucking expensive computer or a laptop or a $1,000 phone and you're eating bullshit but you don't got money. And your life sucks. Y'all gonna hear me say this a lot of times. The fact that you can even hear me is a blessing. The fact that you can see me is a blessing. There's people without sight. There's people who are deaf. Stop complaining. Be happy. The fact that you got somebody laying in bed with you right next to you or somebody down in the next room is a blessing. Just go show somebody some damn love and you'll see. Giving love is beautiful, but receiving love is even better. I'm gonna leave it with the yapping there because now I'm gonna start getting all angry and shit. But yeah, man, it was a beautiful day. Beautiful, beautiful day. Thank you, everybody. I'm just gonna keep cruising and finding my way, but we'll leave it there for today. Love ya, bro. Holla.